Alright guys, hello and welcome to another video. Today I'll be showing you guys how to play territories in Favela. Now, the reason why I'm doing this guide is I'll be starting a guide series right now. And what I'll be doing in this series, I'll be giving you guys guides on how to play like certain maps, certain game modes. And yeah, today I'm starting with Favela territories, and I'm doing this because Favela territories is great XP, believe me. It's like usually I can get up to 450 XP per game or 450 honor points respectively, and that's just like a great ratio in my opinion. And yeah, Favela territories is like the best honor points and XP in the entire game. So if you are working towards your first premium, if you're working towards like another premium, this is just the way to go. And the thing is that if you know how to play Favela territories, it is very good XP, as I mentioned, and if you do not know how to play it, it will be a pain in the ass. Now, just to start out, when you're starting the game, this is like a key phase of the entire game, because you know, in the start it will be decided whether your team will be the superior one or like the one getting pushed back. And usually I like to join blue because blue is like the team that's underestimated the most. However, if you know how to play as blue, you can definitely wreck red easily. Now, the thing is, usually when you're joining blue, everyone will expect you to go like and capture A, because that's the nearest point to your spawn, so everyone will probably just go there and capture A. Now the thing is, if 6 people go into A and capture it and then go out, it's like, first of all, there's no surprise at all, and secondly, that's just a waste of resources. Now what you want to do, and I can already promise you there will always be a person capturing A in blue team. Of course, there's also like red team, everyone will capture B. What you can do, you can maybe flank the guys from the other team going to C, or you can flank the guys from the other team that are capturing B, because this way the element of surprise will be on your side, and that's just like the first point where you can already like decide the game. And what this means that someone of your team will certainly capture 8, that's clear, and you can, you know, capture an additional point for your team. And this will already like give you sort of the upper hand, and this is actually just will lead me to the second point that I'm trying to make, because holding territories, and like let's say holding A and B, is easier than getting territories back. So if you know, if red is capturing C, then they'll be trying to get A and B. So what you'll be doing, you're just gonna have to hold A and B, and then you'll be good. Now the thing is that when you're holding a territory, what you don't want to be doing is standing like right inside the territory, because then you're just like easy prey and you'll just die instantly. Now what you want to be doing, you want to get yourself like a good spot where you can see your territory, or where you're near your territory, where you can see like when the territory is captured by opponents, and then when they are capturing the territory, go inside and kill everyone who's there. If necessary, then capture it back to like until it's full blue or full red again, and then you're good. Now, because everyone in the other team will be trying to capture your territories, you can capture the third one as well. So that's like just like how it works in theory. Of course, if they have like absolutely more skilled players than you do, it might be a little bit hard. But I think if you face people who have like the same level of skill, it will probably work. That's what I can predict. Now, what I cannot predict with this guide is when people are acting irrationally. So when they are playing stupid, and when they're playing stupid, they're making things that are actually not really good for their team, okay? So like when they're not going for the capture or when they're just fooling around. And in that case, you can actually be screwed over because they're playing stupid. Yeah, that's how Red Crucible works, but you know. And as soon as you have like these 2 or 3 territories, it will be very easy to like create an unbalanced game and spawn camp on the other team. Yes, you can like use that. It is not my fault, it is not your fault, it is RGS fault, because if they can really make a balanced game, I don't know. So yeah. And then this leads me to number 3, and number 3 we have is study your opponent. How does your opponent play? What I mean by studying your opponent is how does your opponent play. So in this case, you might know from my videos, I do record a lot in Favela territories. Yes, that's true. And you might know that I usually like to camp on that like middle thing above A, and that I like to make my rounds around that and all that kinds of stuff. And that's usually my playstyle, but in this game I realized, hey, there's not a lot of people going there. Of course, I already played a game before this, which I didn't record. But I thought, well, yeah, that's kind of suitable. So what I did, I changed my playstyle and went over to B. Now the reason why I did this was because I saw a lot of people trying to get B from the other team, of course. And therefore I kind of said, you know what, when there's a lot of people going B, this means a lot more kills for me, a lot more XP, a lot more honor points. And in the end, it was worth it. And when you are doing this, you really need to know how do you have to play. Just play as I've described before. Do not always just stand inside the territory, but get outside and then just kill the people who are invading it. And this way it's just like very good XP. And this brings me to the next point, and this is the choice of weapons and playstyle. So for Favela territories, you know, all these kinds of shotguns are working out very well. I like Sega Devastators, normal shotguns, Rippers, or also Slayer. Now, as you might know, every single 2-shot kill weapon is performed really good in Favela. You can also use something like a Wasp, a Vortex, just like with a high fire rate or high damage. You can also certainly always use a Cruiser M, that's out of the question, but I actually doubt it's gonna perform as well as a Sweet 16, just because of the fact that its damage output is this low. And you know, if you choose to play with a Slayer instead of, let's say, a Wasp, then your playstyle is gonna be fundamentally different, because a Slayer is an actual shotgun, okay? The Sega, well, we can debate, because that's like half a sniper, but the Slayer is an actual shotgun, which means that it's supposed to be played at short range. So, as I did, you know, most of the kills you'll be seeing are like kills that are formed by these short range fights. And if you play it like this, you'll be getting a lot of kills, because as a shotgun user, you're gonna have the advantage at short range, which is like one of the key principles of killing another person, having a certain advantage because of your gun, because of your position, because of whatever you have that is better than your opponent. Maybe because you're of a higher tier, maybe as well. Yeah. So in the end, the choice of weapons and the choice of your playstyle is actually crucial. And you'll be seeing that if you apply this properly, you'll be getting a lot more kills than you usually get if you're just like playing around randomly. And yeah, so the last point of this video that I'm gonna be showing you all is when you're capturing a point, let's say A, and I've already explained this in the very beginning. Usually at the beginning of a match, especially when you're playing in blue, you'll be seeing a lot of people just running into blue and holding it. Now when there's 4 people inside a capture point capturing it, that's just a waste of resources, because no matter how many people there are, inside the territory, doesn't matter if you're just one person or if you're 2 or 3 or even 9 maybe, the speed does not increase. So you do not capture these territories any faster than you do with just one person. Now what you can do instead is do not stay inside territory. This will give you less XP and honor points. However, what you can do instead is cover the teammate from outside. So let's say you're A. There's usually a lot of people who are going to be trying to flank the people at A from coming from above or from the side. I think you know what I mean. And then you can say, okay, the teammate inside the point can guard the main door and 2 other people can cover his back, like the way he can come from above and from the side, covered by 2 other teammates. So instead of just sitting in the territory with 3 people and hoping that people are not going to come from the back, you have every single entrance covered, unless they're coming from the red house and going to totally screw you over. But that does really not happen too often. And yeah, so do not. It's in territories. It all comes down to efficiency. How efficient do you capture territories, and you know, how efficient do you actually kill out your opponents when they're trying to capture territory? How efficient are you in holding the territories? Because as I mentioned before, capturing territories is a lot more difficult than holding territories. Just remember the sentence right now. So when you're in a territory, when you're capturing a territory, you are exposed to a certain degree. And if you have to capture or get back a point from your opponent, it takes you 2 times longer than if you would just have to recapture the point again because someone captured a little bit. You know what I mean? Because first you have like the full red bar, you're gonna have to capture that away and then capture it for your own team. And that's like 2 times what you would normally need to actually capture a territory fully. So just remember that sentence, it is like the key of territories. So yeah guys, that was all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment in the comment section down below, and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.